Welcome back to the pickaxeandroll.com Denver Nuggets film room. We're going to be looking at their Nuggets win against the Hawks. And we also have something different between clips because someone left a comment that they didn't like the annoying logos popping in and out. So I hope you guys enjoy that. The Nuggets are bound and determined not to let Joe Johnson beat them from the perimeter, and we're going to look at that defensive philosophy here on the first clip. You're going to see Anthony Carter staying close to Joe Johnson, and the Nuggets, again, playing that typical inside-out style of defense. The ball gets inside, but they collapse on it and make Childers pass it. Johnson gets the ball, but Camby's ready to help out, which allows Carter to pressure Johnson, knowing he has help, and Carter gets him to take a contested jump shot, which he misses. Good defensive possession by the Nuggets.
Watch it, man!
What are you doing lying here?
Oh, my parole officer wants to give me a drug test. I need your urine. Can I score some of your piss?
On this next play here, we're going to see Camby doesn't roll to the basket on the pick and roll, but he does take advantage of the Hawks double teaming Iverson. He gets the ball and makes a good aggressive move into the paint, and Nahara makes a nice cut, resulting in a basket.
Miss Grande, you and the defender
Hello?
Hey, Lance, can you do me a favor?
Who are you looking for?
It's Sean.
Sean, pick up the phone! He's not here. What?
Lance, will you please just go to the door and tell me if the mail's there? I'm begging you.
Fine, fine. Do I have to turn on your computer?
Who wants to see some horrible fundamentals? Josh Smith here makes a steal, and he's bringing the ball up the floor, and Camby tips it away, which looks like a nice play by Camby. But on the replay, we're going to see that Josh Smith doesn't want to dribble right-handed. He's going up the right side of the floor, but he's left-handed, and he wants to bring the ball back over to his left, and because of that, it allows Camby to tip it and get it away from him.
Lance! Lance! Some very important people are coming over to the house, so I need you to stay in your room.
Why?
Because you're an embarrassment.
Oh, okay.
In this next clip, the Nuggets are in a 2-3 zone, and Kleza is on the outside baseline here. And his responsibility with the Nuggets wanting to play inside out on defense is to make sure no one gets behind him, and he completely loses sight of Marvin Williams, allowing him to get in and make a layup. Kleza's got to do a better job of recognition.
It was on the board, so
Excuse me. Sorry. Sean, have you seen my piss? My parole officer called. He wants that piss. 'Cause, man, I know I got it around here.
Lance, don't you see that we have company?
Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, there it is.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, look. Somebody's got to fill this up, or I'm going to jail, all right?
Just get out of here.
Fine.
Next year, we're going to see a good aggressive move by Iverson. The Hawks are going to double team him, and he's going to have Al Horford as the guy guarding the baseline. Now, Iverson knows that he can get by him whenever he wants, so he attacks him, and the double team is basically useless because he can get by Horford so easily. Good recognition by Iverson.
Dude! Where are Bob's pain pills?
Yeah!
In this next clip, you're going to notice the Nuggets are a little bit too focused on Joe Johnson. They're going to set a back screen for him, and both Carter and Kleza go with him, which leaves Marvin Williams open for a relatively easy shot, but fortunately he misses. But Kleza and Carter have to communicate better and let them decide who's staying with Johnson. Anthony Carter's been in a shooting slump lately, and he's compounding that by taking more difficult shots than he usually does. Here you're going to see he's never going to pass, and he's going to take a challenged 22-footer over a 6'8 former dunk champion. That is not a good shot to take.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, cutie.
What do you want?
Well, question is, what do you want?
Listen, do you want me to call public safety?
Do you want me to get naked and start the revolution? I'll take that as a maybe.
I've gotten on Marcus Camby a couple times for not making purposeful, strong cuts to the basket. And here you're going to see Josh Smith will double off, and he takes advantage of that by making a good cut to the basket, resulting in a dunk. He needs to do more of that.
Don't do that.
When I was little, I was a total pyro.
I was too. Put that out, man. Put it out.
Whoa.
As you can see by the score, the Hawks have it down to 5 at this point, and they try putting a little three-quarter court trap on the Nuggets. The Nuggets do a good job of not only breaking it, but here getting the ball around the perimeter, a good inside pass, which makes the Hawks react. Quick passing around the perimeter. Iverson gets in the lane and makes a layup because they're playing him to pass. On this possession, I was fascinated by how much Eduardo Nájera does. He plays tremendous team defense. His man is Josh Smith. You're going to see here he steps off and stops the penetration. He recovers and finds his man, who makes a cut up to the top of the key. He backs Nájera, though, backs off and covers the paint, and then when Smith gets the ball, he comes up and stops his drive. The result is a horrible shot by the Hawks as the shot clock runs down, and that's really good team defense by Nájera.
Hey,
Hey!
what's your name?
Joe. John.
What is it?
Joe John.
Name's Joe John.
Johnston, Joe.
You want to tell me what happened here?
There's a fire. I don't know.
I thought the Nuggets moved without the ball very well against the Hawks, and this possession here is an example of that. The Hawks are in a 1-2-2 zone, and you're going to see Clays is cutting, Nájera's cutting. There's a lot of movement. Diawara cuts into the paint, and the result of the play with all the movement is Iverson gets a nice open three, which he makes. That's a good possession and good movement.
I came by and was checking out the fire.
Well, that lady, Mona, she said that you two were in the building when the fire started.
Yeah, she's a liar, because I don't know her. So whatever she says is a lie, so...
Okay, so you're saying you weren't in the building with that woman?
No, not I. All right. She started it, all right? Because she was like, I hate my job. I'm going to burn this mother down. And I said, you better not. You better not.
She said it was an electrical fire.
It was. It was a total electrical fire.
Here, Clays is going to have a mismatch on Lou in the post, and Iverson, instead of dribbling over to the wing and making a good entry pass, tries lobbing it. And because of that, he has to lob it away from the paint, knowing the Hawks can come in and pick it off. Because of that, Clays loses his advantage and makes a turnover. Now, I like the bald look with the beard, but what's with that little line of hair over his ear? Is that cushion for his sunglasses? On this possession, the Nuggets are in a 2-3 zone, and you're going to see they're going to continue to focus on Joe Johnson. Because of that, they're going to end up giving up a dunk when they skip the ball the other side, and that's all because of their focus on Joe Johnson and a little bit of a clear out by Al Horford.
I was high.
On this possession, you're going to see the Hawks work really hard to get Joe Johnson the ball. He's going to run off a couple screens, and Anthony Carter's going to do a really good job of staying with him. However, later on in the possession, after all Carter's work, he's going to help off on some penetration by Josh Smith, and because of that, he's leaving Joe Johnson, and Johnson gets a pass and hits an open three. That's one time where the Nuggets failed to focus on Johnson enough.
Your mother and I, well...
You banged Mom?
That's not the word I would use, but, yes, we came together.
Let's see if Anthony Carter has learned from his mistake of helping off on Joe Johnson. Looks like he decided to start guarding him 90 feet from the Hawks basket, which might be a little excessive. But you're going to see here when Johnson passes the ball, Carter's actually going to be outside the three-point line. He's not even thinking about helping out. And on this possession, you're going to see the Hawks end up missing a shot, but they get the offensive rebound and the ball goes back to Johnson. They set a good screen on Carter, and Camby can't seal him off on his own. And the Nuggets decide the best way to stop Joe Johnson is to kill him. Let's get the guy that makes the chalk outline and get this crime scene checked out. I'm kidding, he's not really dead. Let's find out what Jack Black thinks about the Nuggets win. Thanks for joining us in the PickaxeandRoll.com film room, and thanks to Jack Black and Tom Hanks Kid for their help. Let us know if you like the movie clips, or if you want the logo back, or if you want something else.